Welcome to Mafia, a new podcast telling stories of America's criminal underworld.
Gotti assumed the position of head of the Gambino family.
And using the name Donnie Brasco, I was able to infiltrate the Bonanno crime family in New York City.
Bugsy Siegel is an American mob legend.
One man changed the whole texture and landscape of crime in America.
Listen to Mafia every Wednesday on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your favorite shows.
Welcome to Audio Gyan with Kedar Nimkar, a podcast that documents insightful conversations with Indian designers, artists, musicians, writers, thinkers, and creatives of all types. Catch us on iTunes or visit audiogyan.com for more Gyan sessions. Here's your host, Kedar Nimkar.
Today I have Praveen Singh Solanki with us on Audio Gyan. Praveen Singh teaches furniture and interior designing at National Institute of Design. He has worked on various interior design and retail store design projects and has a rich and varied work experience. At NID, he teaches construction and fabrication, space planning, retail store design, design detailing, and design management. He also looks after the classic prototypes which are designed by world-class designers. He has a special interest in bamboo furniture and is coordinator of the bamboo initiatives at NID. So thank you, Praveen Singh, for giving us your time, and it's a real honor to have you on Audio Gyan.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. So today we'll be talking about furniture design, mainly focusing towards bamboo, which has been your specialization. So the first thing which I want to ask you is that just to set context, can you tell us what is the state of furniture design in India? I mean, like just a background about like furniture design in general.
Correct.
Can you throw some light on that?
Correct. So if I talk about furniture design in India, the first things comes to my mind is a khatia. What we call in Hindi is a khatia. And I think it is one of the wonderful furniture in the world. Because it has simple mechanism, or what you say, it's a simple construction. So there are basically 4 legs and 2 sides and 2 verticals are there. And a nice weaving is there. And the weaving takes care of the body contour. So either you are a fat, you are a thin guy, you are a heighted guy or a thin. Everything is taken care by this cart. And the best part of this cart is, if you see today's context and the older context also, whenever the daytime you can make it straight, like you can take all the cart and put it across the wall. And at the night time, you can put it back. So at the daytime, you have got plenty of space into your room. And at night time, you can again unfold or put it back and you can sleep the whole family. And it is, if you talk about movability part, it's very easy to move. If one person can lift the cart.
Correct.
So it's like, and even for ladies to men and to Indian context, it is one of the nicest furniture. And it is not only a furniture. It is, you can say it as a stacking furniture also. So 10 carts are there, you can put just across each other. Then it's not only a cart, it is also used as a partition. So sometimes men or women, they want to be separated, or if a woman is taking a bath, she wants some partition. She will just put the cart there. So it acts as a partition. The same cart, it's helpful to dry your grains, to mirchi, or you want to dry papad, and that is useful. If you talk about people who are migrating from Rajasthan to Gujarat or anywhere, they put this cart onto the camel top or the donkey top. So how comfortable also it is in movement. So that is a wonderful example of a furniture if you talk about India. And no other furniture is able to take this. It is useful for sitting, it is useful for sleeping, and that's a fantastic furniture.
Correct.
And people in now, if you talk, see latest some magazines, one of the guy in Sweden and Germany has started selling this cart, and he is selling for almost $900 US or 900 euros different places. But as such, we don't value our own furniture and we go after the European furniture.
Correct. Yeah, I mean that's brilliantly put, but I just wanted to understand like the state of overall affairs in terms of furniture in India. Like if you can give a very broad bird's eye view of how, like, say 70% of the furniture in India is not made in India, right? Or I
Correct.
don't know the number. I don't know. So something on those lines, if you have any insights.
So people, if you see rightly, people who are rich class, who want luxury, they generally get all this Italian furniture from outside. So it come from Italy, it come from Spain. People get it from Indonesia or Vietnam or Bali. So
Correct.
all these places people get furniture. And if you talk about India needs, because in India there is no organized furniture manufacturers or sellers. So
Mm-hmm.
either you will find these vendors on the roadside or under any common brand, they sell this furniture. So we are not very good with furniture, but generally our furniture are copied from either the colonial style or furniture copied from Scandinavian furniture. So this exists. All the different furniture. If you go to Rajasthan and Gujarat, especially Goa, and all these places, furniture are there, but they are not. We cannot say it's only Indian furniture. There are mixed French colony and it's influence of British colonial and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Kolkata is also rich into that style because all of us were ruled by French people or all these people. But the market, if you see in Rajasthan, if you go towards NCR region, that is Delhi, Gurgaon, and Noida, lot of production happens, and all this furniture again goes to Germany. So one side, this furniture happens in India, but somebody send you a photograph or a model of a furniture. We just copy it, we make it, and send to any part of the world.
Mm-hmm.
We are good in furniture. As a production part, we are good in production, but we are not organized. And if you talk about finishing, we are very, very poor in the finishing part. So, and the people who are doing very good finishing, they just sell this product abroad. So we have got a mixed class. So there is a segment people buying on the roadside, people buying with a small hub where they can sell furniture. But to get a class furniture, it's very difficult. There are only very few spaces which you can buy furniture.
Correct. It's more like decentralized across India.
Correct. And if you talk about interior designers and architects, generally what they do is they just make one design for the client because they are not doing mass production.
Correct.
And when an architect or very few interior designers and very few architects very well design it for a human, because ultimately the client is a human and you are designing for a human. So half the time it happens, more than half the time it happens that the architects and the designers, just to satisfy their egos, they make it, the furniture.
Correct.
Very few architect looks towards the comfort part, the mobility part, or the durability part, or the finishing part. Otherwise, it just goes because it's a single piece furniture. Nobody is going to reflect back, and only the client has this furniture. But slowly, our furniture market is coming up. People are understanding design, and people have started importing furniture from abroad.
And if you have to say that, what is the core material which is used predominantly across India? Is it wood or now we are venturing into resins and whatever other forms of materials as well?
So if you talk about Indian context, people still today want teak wood or wooden furniture because we are very much obsessed. We love this because our furniture is not like that. It is only used for one particular reason. If we have a chair in our house, we use this as a dining chair. We use the same chair for writing table. We use the same chair for maybe study table. The same chair is used to clean the fans. The same chair is used to clean your house during Diwali. So our furniture are very strong built, and generally it also happened that this furniture passed from generation.
Correct.
So father gives his daughter, and then daughter gives to her the next generation, and that is the life. And we always want that carpentry work has to be done at our house, and that is the only strongest furniture. Whereas the furniture which you buy from Europe is dining chair, means it's only used for dining. You can't use, if you start to using it for cleaning fan, it will break very fast.
Mm-hmm.
So aesthetics part, beauty part, and finishing is there. But if you talk about Indian furniture, it looks little bit bulky and maybe it's little bit shabby. But if you talk about the durability part, they are macho. They're very strong.
Correct, correct. Very interesting perspective there. So yeah, I mean, Praveen sir, I would like to slightly go further in on the same lines, which is since again I have a series of questions which is related to bamboo in general. But before that, just if you can highlight some bits on what is the key differences between bamboo and wood. Wood, obviously, there are different types of wood, but in general, whatever is predominantly used in India.
See, if you talk about wood, no, as such, we have got very less wood. All the wood which comes is from abroad. It is Burma teak, or you say Nigerian teak, or Ghana teak, or whatever teak you call. All the teak come from outside.
Mm-hmm.
And like we are like no right from like older times, we are used to use more teak wood. So people are like no in love with this. But if you see the higher side, it's a hardwood and it's a softwood.
Okay.
But to make a furniture, it takes almost, or if you want to design one chair, the journey of a tree is almost 80 to 100 years.
Correct.
Right from you plant it, that the tree get matured, that you cut the tree, again you process it, you remove all the moisture, you make it to a furniture and start using. It takes almost 80 to 100 years. If you compare this to an bamboo only takes 4 years to be mature.
Okay.
Right. Bamboo is a fast growing grass, whereas the wood is a tree. It takes a very long time.
Correct.
The amount of oxygen what bamboo gives, that teakwood can't give.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So, and one time you grow bamboo, you just need to keep on harvesting. You chop the bamboo and again it comes up. Again you chop the tree, again it comes up. So that is the best part of bamboo. You need to take care of this bamboo only at initial level when it is growing up. But when it starts growing, when it's like all set on its own, then you just need to harvest it. It's tall. Like they are very tall. It's a grass family. Bamboo comes under a very grass family.
Correct.
Bamboo has got all the quality of a plastic, of a steel, and of a wood. So it gives the warmth of a wood. So if I nicely turn bamboo and make a very decent furniture, it's hardly, for a layman, it's hardly very hard to recognize that it is a wood or a bamboo.
Oh.
Correct. If I talk about the strength, it is harder than steel.
Okay.
It's very strong. And we can also bend bamboo. So plastic also we can bend. So it has got all the properties of a plastic, of a steel, and of a wood. So it is like super furniture. We are the second largest in the world for the bamboo.
Correct. No, I just want to interrupt here and ask you, like, when you said bamboo is stronger than steel, is it in a particular orientation, or it generally the density itself
It is in a tensile.
Okay.
Right. So if you keep a straight bamboo and you try to put a pressure from the top level, and if you have a steel rod will bend, but if you have this bamboo, it will not bend. So always you can use everything. Like a tree, you can use every part of a tree to make product. The same way you can use bamboo. Bamboo can be used. Bamboo rhizome can be useful. The bamboo shoot can be useful for eating. People use it. If you go northeast, people you make pickles out of it. People make halwa out of this. So you can eat the shoot also. Various you cook chicken and all that using that. You can cook inside bamboo.
Oh, wow.
Bamboo charcoals are the best. If you see any RO or any purifying mechanism, they have got carbons. And bamboo carbons are the best in the world. Bamboo can be used as a fabric. Correct. So when you take out and make it in a pulp form, it can give you fabric. Any part of the bamboo is useful. So that way, it has a large scope for India because we grow but we need to start practicing it.
Brilliant. It has opened up a lot of questions actually, but just sticking to the point is that you have specialized in bamboo, right? So I just want to understand, how can one pick a material and explore possibilities? Because I mean, what is the process? Do you start off did you start off with material in general, or there was a particular inclination towards making furniture, and then in the evolution you figured out that bamboo is much more it has a lot of advantages in general? What was your process when in the whole journey?
So, if I talk about bamboo, I'm a hardcore industrial designer, like a furniture designer, and I lived in Italy for 6 years, doing hardcore retail design, furniture design, designing stores around the world. So, when I came back to India, I realized the value of craft, because living in a place like Italy, where each and every craft is mastered, right from your shoes to perfumes to, you talk about furniture, you talk about fashion, you talk about fragrance, everything they have mastered it. So it is their own village craft which is coming out beautifully. They well designed it, they well marketed it. So when I came back to India, I used to do all furniture and all that. I never used to have work with bamboo. So in 2013, I returned and I thought, why not take bamboo? Because that is our strength, which I think it will take time, because Europe doesn't grow bamboo.
Correct.
So why to compete in things in contemporary furniture where you can't, because limited technology is there? So why not take what the strength of India is? And our strength is that we are the second largest. Bamboo is available in plenty. We are rich. India is rich in craft and culture. So that is how that idea came to me. No, let's do something with bamboo. And I'm not a master. I'm still learning bamboo. So I started with small. And generally what happened with student or an architect or a designer is, they fall with some form. So they start designing on their AutoCAD, or start making 3D Studio Max, 3D renders, and then they impose this form into a material, right? And with my experience working with Italians, I didn't do any of this. I started working with the material. So I was doing one workshop in Nagaland, and I saw all my craftsmen doing something, and that made me, I have to start something. So I started holding bamboo, start working with bamboo, and start developing what I can do. And the first thing I thought, why to start with a huge furniture? Why not start with something very small product? And I started with hangers. So slowly I started working on to my hangers, and I developed that philosophy. Why to use, again, when I'm working with a sustainable material, why should I use glue also?
Okay.
How can I get the best form out of this bamboo? Because bamboo itself, it's like in a form of a pipe structure. So it is available hollow also, it is available in solid also. So I wanted to explore all that. So I had started working on bamboo with lot of love, because you need a passion.
Correct.
You cannot get things in overnight.
Correct.
So I started playing with bamboo and started cutting and chopping and working with whatever. And slowly I started developing a vision into that. If I cut like this, I'm getting this form. If I chop like this, I'm getting this form. If I bend this, so using a full bamboo or using a bamboo split or using a hollow bamboo, that made me into the more depth. And few hangers which I designed, which are so beautiful into form. Now 4 or 5 of my hangers are in the World Museum.
I've seen those pictures online.
So they are in the World Museum. So I never copied, and I never took any inspiration from Google. Because once you go to Google, you start getting inspirations and something like that. But if you want to get something very pure, bottom of your heart, something very virgin, you have to work with the material.
Correct.
because material teaches you. Okay, see, I can be like this and I can be like this. The craftsman can teach you. But with your renders and all that, you cannot form something forge into bamboo. So slowly, I started developing bamboo, and people started appreciating my designs. People started taking my designs as an inspiration, and that is how I also thought, I should take this and do something which can make my country proud. So today I have got a collection of more than 36 hangers, and people call me as the hanger man of India. And maybe sometime, maybe after 5 years, 6 years, I want to set up this Guinness record, designing only bamboo hangers, maybe hundreds or 100 plus, and out of the box, beautiful pieces.
Yeah, but just to further ask on this, why did you pick up bamboo in general? Because there were like a lot of materials available in the market, right? So what was the trigger that you decided to venture into bamboo in general?
So, no, when I came back, I traveled across different countries and all that. So people are quite ahead in furniture. So in wood Scandinavian countries, if you talk about Italy, they have got super machinery, super craftsmanship. So I realized, it's a foolishness to start competing with people who are so advanced. They are 20, 25 years advanced than us. So why to be into that rat race?
Okay.
Why not do what my country is rich into? So wood, metal, everything other countries have mastered it. All machinery. So generally what we do is we buy a machine from an Italy, or you buy a machine from any other countries, and these people teach you to make all this. So I thought, no, I don't want to do this. I want to do something which I love to do, and they do not have an option. See, Europeans can't grow bamboo.
Correct.
It's very difficult for them to grow bamboo. Correct? It's a cold country, and our country we are the second largest in the world. So I don't have to look for material, or I have to beg somebody else. I can grow myself also. And the best part of the bamboo is that you don't have to depend on anyone else.
Correct.
You should know the knowledge of what species to grow, and if you have a good amount of space or spaces around you, with your capabilities or with somebody's help, you can grow it. In 4 years, this material is ready, and you can do it the way you want. You don't need big machineries for bamboo. So your investment is also very less. And second, India is rich in craft.
Correct.
So northeast part, or if you go towards Dang, or if you go towards Sikkim and all that side, people grow bamboo, they work with bamboo, and it's easy for us. We don't have to teach this craftsmen what to do, because craftsmen have this skill. We just need to give them better designs and teach them how to do mass production and how to retain the quality. That is important. So that made me, okay, fine, let's do bamboo. And that is the reason, if I would have continued doing furniture design and retail design, I think world would have not known me. But after starting working with bamboo, I think there are very few designers in India who work in contemporary design. And I think I'm one of those designers who's started working with contemporariness, doing simple products. And slowly, through bamboo, my name is coming out. It's getting sound.
Correct. So this actually ties back, the next one actually ties back to the question which I had before, which was, I feel like, just to understand that since in North India or other parts of India, we have bamboo tradition already present, people have been doing it. So are we like going around like a full circle? I mean, this is slightly philosophical, but what was the usage of bamboo maybe say 500 years before or 1000 years before? Was bamboo dominantly used in the mainstream furniture, at least in India?
So if I talk about, it's a very interesting question. I was in Northeast, and I went to a place called, I went to Nagaland. From Nagaland, I went to Dimapur. And from Dimapur, there is a place, I don't remember now. And all their houses are made out of bamboo. There are maybe what I saw was there were 22 different tribes, and all these tribes' houses were designed in bamboo. So bamboo can be used as a wall, it can be used as a door, it can be used as your beam, as a column, as a roofing material. So completely bamboo, because only the vegetation they have in Northeast only bamboo. So they are depending on bamboo, and very well they have adapted this material, and beautifully architecture they have done using bamboo. Because other thing if you talk is bamboo comes from cradle to your coffin. So when you grow, even if you see Bombay or Bangalore, any places, wherever the construction site is happening, you will find plenty of bamboo.
Correct.
And all the people working in that craft, into that construction, they also come with their little babies and all that. And you will find the jula where the small kid is sleeping onto that bamboo support. So that is a cradle. So if you see any part of India also, you will find cradles made of bamboo. And till the death, once you die, whether you are rich or you are poor, you always go onto this wooden, the bamboo bed.
Correct.
Bamboo is the only material which comes with you. Till death, it is with you.
Yeah, true.
So this makes a complete cycle. And I told you, okay, bamboo can be used as a wood, it can be used as a textile, it can be used as a food, it can be used for medicines, it can be used for charcoals, it can be used for furniture, you name it. And there are bamboo beers also. So yeah, it's a beautiful material, and I think we are rich in that. And if we start using it, working on it, India can be on number one.
Very, very interesting thoughts, and a lot more insights into bamboo in general. So, Praveen Sen, I would like to just conclude with one last question. Is that what is the future looking like with bamboo, without bamboo, or because things are moving at a different scale and different speed altogether? There are different demands from people. So there are two parts to this question. One is an aspiring industrial designer or a furniture designer who wants to get into this field. What are the possible options just to explore with bamboo in general? And where do you see overall the design furniture space evolving towards with the Indian context?
So if I talk about the future of furniture design, the spaces are getting smaller and smaller. If you go to Bangalore or Mumbai or Kolkata or any places, the spaces is getting smaller and smaller. So now the role of the furniture is not one. So it has to have multiple function. So it can be a chair or a sofa at that time, and at night it converts into a bed. So that is the future which is coming. So it is not one single function, but a furniture is demanded to have more multi-utility furnitures are required now, because we don't have space. So that is the coming future of furniture design. And India is still roti kapra makan. We are again back 20 years compared to Europeans. So we have got plenty of opportunities. Design is now coming into the market. People are now aware of using Italian furniture or using better furniture. So, and organized, like IKEA coming to India will again make Indian furniture industry to be shaken up and to get it more organized.
Correct.
So if they do not get organized, the Europeans will take the whole share. Coming IKEA, all the furniture industry are on that situation. We have to be very careful. We need to really work with designers to quality and to finish. People start. Otherwise, people will go towards IKEA side.
Correct.
So, if you talk about bamboo is still not tapped. Now this year, Narendra Modi, our Honorable Prime Minister of India, has told that now no more it will be wood, but it will be a grass. So that is a very good step into the bamboo a future. So now government focus is also on growing bamboo, growing organized bamboo that can enrich farmers, that can also people who are into the manufacturing part of furniture or bamboo boards. And now I think after a few years, India will be very strong into bamboo.
Yeah, I hope that happens. And in terms of people, or students or aspiring artists or designers would like to venture into this field, what are your any thoughts on that?
So see, bamboo is a material. Any designer who loves this, they just need to jump into this and start working onto it, because you need a passion and you need some time to understand bamboo, because bamboo is not as easy as wood to start working on it. So it takes a little bit of time to understand it, work on it. And when you have a future, I think students or all aspiring professional people who wants to do this, if they enter this industry now, they would be the king, Khan after years.
Correct. Yeah.
It's a beautiful material, and you're not competing with anybody else. And second, you are if you start doing it right now, there are very few players, so you can be easily onto the radar, or you can get very easy visibility as a designer if you have good flair of designing and making things out of bamboo.
Correct. And that also puts in a lot of responsibility of creating a really good product which sets the trend or creates a benchmark among other designers as well.
Correct, because bamboo also you can use from architecture to furniture to food. So it's awesome.
All right, sir. I think these were the few questions. Obviously, you have opened up a lot of new areas to ponder upon, and obviously bamboo is something which has to be really thought about. And I think it was wonderful knowing all these things. But I think this is a good note to end this. So thank you, sir, for giving us your time. And it was lovely talking to you.
Thank you so much. And thank you for allowing us to talk and give this opportunity.
No, it was my pleasure altogether. Okay. Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And that's it from today's Gyan session. Catch us on iTunes, Saavn, Stitcher, or any podcasting app you use. Do rate us on iTunes and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Stay tuned for more Gyan on audiogyan.com. Till then, bye.
From Audioboom comes Covert, a new podcast that delves into the murky world of spies, soldiers, and top-secret military operations. I'm Jamie Rennell, and together we'll discover the real stories of history's greatest classified missions, told by the operatives, soldiers, and journalists who experienced it firsthand. Follow Covert on Spotify, or subscribe now on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or wherever you find your favorite shows.